Let's review some games. Welcome back to BG Review. Today we're doing a wombo combo. There's two games that I want to look at. First of all, we have Raye, who is at 2600 MMR, so this is gonna be a game of someone who's starting out with Battlegrounds, so it's gonna be very fun to watch and to give some feedback for you. And then next up we have a game by JoshYoon, but I'll get to that in a second. Let's first look at Raye and how we can help him out with his Battlegrounds journey. So this lobby does not have any mechs nor demons. Rafam is always a pick. Rafam is just whatever meta it is, whatever patch we're in. Rafam has always been good because getting units for 1 gold is good. So it's definitely Rafam over Eudora. And he starts off with a Elemental. Now, in this lobby, you could hear power on 1, so it's very niche, but against most things, you can sell Elemental and hear power. I did a video on this a while back, but basically there's 3 things you can't steal. It's a 2-3 Murloc, it is the 2-4 Homunculus, and the 2-3 Dragon. I think there was Murlocs missing, right? No, Murlocs are in, mechs are missing, and demons are missing. So there's no Homunculus, so there's 2 things you have to play around. Now, Agendis often takes a token. You're up against Agendis, so the chance of her finding a token or picking something that isn't a 2-3 are pretty high. So I would honestly take the risk here and sell hero power. But it's a small thing. If you don't want to take the risk, of course, don't feel pressured. Just pointing out, you would have stolen this, but it's fine. And now you had 2 tokens, so he levels. Definitely recommend you check out my leveling video because there is this thing called the Rafam curve where you stay on tier 1 till 6 gold and then you level. I'm not going to explain the entire curve, but basically make sure you're familiar with how you level with Rafam and heroes with a 1 cost hero power, because you do have 2 tokens as well. It's pretty insane. Now what you could do is level, sell the elemental and hero power. You want to press your hero power as much as possible. Is he going to do that? He's not going to hear power again. I mean, against Yogg, yeah, you won't steal anything, so I guess you don't hear power here. But yeah, definitely, if you're starting out with the game, get familiar with the leveling curve for this hero. Next up, there's a pair. But yeah, now again, it's awkward. You can't press your hero power, right? If you want to buy these 2. I guess you could sell the droplet to hero power and buy double glyph. So he buys double glyph, he's not going to hear power again. So that sucks. This is rough, right? You haven't pressed your hero power once. You could have had 2 extra units if you hero power on 1, 3 extra units already. So yeah. Now this shop is not too great. You could level hero power. So it's 5 gold to level. You have 6 gold. It works perfectly here to level hero power, especially since Shavala tripled. You could steal a 3-star unit here. Instead he buys these 2 and I assume he's not going to hero power again. He has one of the best hero powers in the game, yet he hasn't pressed it a single time. And this makes me sad. Very sad. So next turn, you level here, right? If you're not familiar with the Rafam curve, then at least you should be familiar with the normal curve, where on 7 gold, it's 4 gold to level, you level. Let's see what he does. He takes Acolyte of Cthulhu, which is the weirdest pick because if you take Sarlacc, you have a pair. If you take this, you buff the Sarlacc. I would probably take the pair. If you take Swabby, you can level hero power. So all 3 of these have their own benefits. Instead, you take the Taunt, which is, I guess, the strongest pick. But no, it's not even stronger. Yeah, he was pointing it out that this might have been stronger. So I would have gone for one of these 2. Yeah, 5 turns into game. We haven't pressed the hero power yet. I'm kind of sad, honestly. So this shop isn't too great. You could level hero power. That's the thing you can do with Rafam. Do power level on 8 gold because it works out so nicely. Galta's just leveled. He stayed down on 2. Mug isn't too bad here. I don't mind it. You probably roll. He buys Mug. He rolls. He finds a Whelp. I think he's still not visioning on dragons. He bought Mug, but he didn't play it. So definitely, yeah, he's double Glyph Guard and he's like, oh, this Whelp is nice. But if you're on tier 3, take tier 3 units, maybe still tier 2s. Don't take tier 1 units anymore, especially if it's not a pair. Basically, I would also guide you to my mid-game guide because there I talk about direction. You don't go dragons with double Glyph Guardian and Whelp. You go dragons once you hit the Caligals and the Razor Gore. And now, 6 gold to level. Someone is dead or DC'd. You probably level here. I wouldn't mind buying this 4-4. Instead, he buys... He clearly seems to like Acolyte of Cthulhu. I'm not sure why. He also has a Stasis because he finally hero powered and that's the first unit that he finally stole. What does it do here? Let's see. Yeah, you probably sell that thing. You might check what the Stasis has first because it could be a Cyclone. Plays the Stasis. I like it. And that's horrible. You could roll, but you can get to... Wait, what is he? Freeze? I don't understand the freeze. So what you could do here is sell, let's say, the pirate or the whelp, right? Probably the pirate because it's weakest. Play the mug, and then sell the taunt. I don't understand why we took the taunt. And then just end on this emissary, so you buff one of these guys, because they're probably gonna stay in for a little bit. They're not too weak, and they're a pair still. But yeah, I don't know what he really freezes for here. Is it the taunt? We're on tier 4. Generally, you don't freeze for mediocre tier 3 units on tier 4. So Raye, what I will tell you is get familiar with the early game and the mid game and how you transition and with leveling, because you have the best hero power. You haven't been using it because you're doing a wrong leveling curve, and instead of going for max tempo early and stuff like that, I feel like you're tunnel visioning into a build that's not really gonna make it late game because you don't have the direction yet. So learn about direction. So he did freeze for the taunt. He's taking it, so he's hard forcing dragons. He's just rolling and buys another whelp, buys a tier 1 unit on tier 4. Okay. He also got a Hydra. I guess he wants a Hydra in. There's a beast buff in the shop. He rolls past the beast buff, finds bronze sword, but he's roping. Oh, no. He roped a turn. He didn't get to hero power. He is holding a buff, a pair on whelp, which is pretty strong on the board, honestly, and a bronze sword, and best dragon in the game almost. So, yeah. And his Hydra is in the back. Your Hydra should be in front. He triples the whelp. That's good. Let's go for a 6, right? You always level and take the 6 drop here because you want to play dragons. So you need Kaligos or Nadina. Preferably Kaligos first. Let's see what he does. He's looking at the Domo. I don't know why exactly, because it makes no sense with this board. I mean, he could juice up this Hydra, but you got the triple whelp. Let's see what you get. He does level. Okay. I like it. I like it. I don't know why he sold his unit first, but because he has the money anyway. Oof. Lil Rag is scaling, but Lil Rag is too slow. You're on 13 HP, you don't really have a board. It's probably Eliza here. Tide Razor is a lot of tempo, but Eliza can easily help you stabilize. You roll a Scallywag or some other pirates. So he took the boat, he went with maximum tempo. Now, what's he gonna do? He buffed up the dragon, sold Hydra, put in boats. He is still holding this Acolyte of Katoon. There's a Kiraji there. You could sell to, buy the Kiraji and put the Acolyte in. But, yeah. Is he gonna die here? I think the boat is still a bit too strong, right? Let's see if the boat carries him. It does. It's an Eliza and a Scallywag. Oh, wow. Oh, no, it does not. It's very close. I mean, it's not dead, at least. So now he triples the Glyph Guardian finally and takes a Bronze Sword in. Maybe it's a Kaligos this time around. Let's see. Ooh, Armageddon, Lil Rag. I guess Armageddon, try and get Poison Divine Shield. There's no max, so you can't Divine Shield it, but maybe Maxna is also safe. There's a Toxfin in the shop, however. Okay, you probably buy the Toxfin and put it on the Armageddon, because it's good. He sells the Sarlisk, plays the Stasis first. It's you probably buy that. It's 1 gold. It could give you more gold. Oh, he rolls past the Toxfin. No Toxfin. Oh, there's Light Fang. I mean, you got some tribes. No, I also don't understand. He has double Bronze Sword in hand. I guess he's hoping to triple it and then play it. I mean, you die here, right? There's no way you keep living with this. Yeah, I assume you die. So this is where it ends. I hope I give you enough feedback on things you can work on, Raye. I know you're just starting out, but yeah. So work on tempo early game. Don't waste so much gold with your... Look at your hand and your rolls, and yeah, look for direction. Basically everything I just mentioned. Let's move on to the second game. So here's a game by JoshYoon. He is 8,500 or 8,400 MMR as of right now. So let's see what we can help him with. Video's a little bit laggy, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. Ooh, so he uses Firestone, which compares the heroes that he gets offered. That's interesting. I've never seen this before, but he gets Eudora, AFK, Elise, and Edwin. Now, generally, this helps you out, of course, you know, if you want to just see win rates. But I don't really like going purely off win rates. Does it also take into consideration which tribes are in the lobby? Because that's very important. The tribes in the lobby, like, vary the win rate by a lot. So I'm not sure if that's shown here. I'll just see. I would probably take... Wait, what was in the lobby? So we have Elementals, Pirates, Max, Dragons, Beasts. There's no Demons and there's no Murlocs. So in this lobby, it might be Edwin or AFK or Eudora, sure. I think the stats said Eudora, but Eudora is very inconsistent. Eudora needs a bit of a high roll. I think Edwin is pretty consistent. You can just stay on tier 3 and 4, play max, beasts are in, so Hydra is in, dragons are in, all the divine shields are in, Deflectable, Bronze Sword, and Cyclone, stuff like that, and the cleave. So Edwin is actually really good in this lobby. Also pirates are in, so you can roll gamblers and get free buffs with the hero power. It's also okay for AFK. If mechs are in, you know, you can roll Sensei, Deflectable, you can roll Cyclone, Bronze Sword, and again, the tier 3 is really good. It's never Elise. I think Elise is bad right now. And yeah, he went with Eudora. I think he just went blindly for the stats that he was shown, but I'm not sure if this is a very good Eudora lobby. So turn 1, he hits the micro on me. Now there's two things you can do with Eudora. You can dig on 1 and you can do just start digging on 2. You can do a farm curve or you can do a super power level curve. I've tried both. I think both are okay. I haven't noticed that big of a difference. Both games went really well for me. I think if you do the power level curve, you need some tokens though, because without tokens it doesn't really work, or without Swabby. So that's one thing if you want to dig on 1. Also, with the power level curve, you need a bit more luck. You need to hit a good tempo 5-star unit with your dig, because you level all the way to tier 4 on 7 gold. Turn 5, when you have your dig done. While with a farm curve, you have a bit more tempo to work with, so you can take a greater option from your tier 5 discover, and yeah, you just need a good golden unit as well if you power level for the tempo. So he takes mummy. I assume he's gonna do a farm curve then. Yeah, it's not digging on 1, so sure, I can respect it. Loses to Nuzov anyway. You could honestly dig against Nuzov and not take the unit just because you guarantee lose here, but now if I second mummy, double mummy, best opener in the game. I think that this is so good to get. It's an insane pair. It's the strongest 1-star unit pretty much. It's nice to keep around, so you can triple it whenever. If you hit a leaper, good value. This is insane. Loses to Millhouse. Kind of unfortunate that you face Millhouse after facing the fish guy, the Zoff, but Bishop isn't too great. You probably roll once. Or he's gonna play safe. I would roll. Okay, the taunt is insane. Yeah. Taunt is the actual strongest tier 1 unit, but it's not a good pair or a good triple compared to Mummy. Well, Mummy gets better over time. This is strongest for the turn. So this is an insane board if you stay on tier 1. This is like a dream, pretty much. You should beat Akazamzrak, I feel like. Akazamzrak has a really good opener, but yes, you do beat him. Now you just, level, dig, buy. Swabby makes it a bit interesting, but I think you still go with the same idea. So I would level either Whelp or the Roll Elemental. Yeah, Refreshing Anomaly, exactly. Because if you take Swabby, it actually doesn't improve your curve, right? If you do a farm curve, you don't need 1 gold reduction unless you want to roll at some point. So he takes Anomaly, that's fine. Because you plan on leveling straight to tier 4, and having the free roll can help you find better units easily. So we're facing Nuzov again, damn rough matchups, because Nuzov is obviously going to be much stronger. Luckily you don't take it too hard, you're still on 29 HP, which is enough to work with. This turn you just level dig, okay, perfect. And then next turn we just level dig again and hope that the RNG gods are in our favor. I like that he was scouting a lot, he was checking out the players. It's a good thing to do. Now Arana, is this guy going to be Party Rock? Yep, but he just found his stuff, so it's not that strong. You do, however, still lose, but again, you don't take it too hard. I might want to take that back. So now it's the level dig turn, right? Sadly, we're again up against Millhouse. We never faced Katoon. Katoon rarely does damage to us. Omu is also a power level hero, generally doesn't do too much damage. Kazamzrak is about our strength, and Reno. Yeah, there's so many better heroes that we could face. Sadly, we're not getting too lucky, but hey, we still have half our HP. That's more than enough to take this lobby. Your dig is a golden leaf. Oh, that's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. And okay, so we don't take Nomi because then we're dead. You either take Pagel or Tempest. I think Pagel. Pagel is an 8-5. It's a pirate, so it can get buffs. It's a good menagerie target if we end up going menagerie, if we triple the mummy into like Lightfang. And it's good economy, which is nice. Tempest can low roll, can also high roll. If it gives a Tempest, it's probably better than the Pagel. But yeah, I would definitely take Pagel here. He's really considering all options. He takes, I think sometimes you can take Nomi, especially when you do Eudora and you hit like the power level and you're okay strong. But the fact that we are taking so many hits from so many strong people and we're facing Millhouse and we're on 21 HP, I think we can't really afford a Nomi. There's also no good elementals in our shop. If there's like Salamander in the shop, I would definitely consider it as well. But I think we're gonna die. So Millhouse again, gonna beat our ass. Nothing we can do about that. So now we're on 13 HP and we still gotta scale up the board. Let's see how we can do that. Like if you went with a tempo pick, you could take the bull over here, just get really strong next turn, maybe even level. He did find a stasis into Salamental. Okay, good opener though for being a Nomi guy. Pretty pog. And you got the free roll, so I guess that also helps with the Nomi. He really considered it. So you're up against Omu. I think that could be fine. I don't know how strong the Omu is gonna be. We haven't faced him. I don't know what Tavern tier here he is, or if he has any triples. So he should be relatively okay. And he finds Arcane Assistant. So that's one thing that is kind of scary when you play Nomi, is that sometimes, yeah, you just don't run the elementals and you're screwed, right? Like you're putting your entire fate into the hands of Bob. Yeah, you just dig here. He was looking like, look at this shot. This is pretty good for a taunt build. You're on tier 4. If you just buy these two and this and just find an Arm of Empire Kiraji, you're guaranteed top 4 pretty much. That's why, again, I just like tempo, but this is not strictly wrong. I think Nomi has the most potential out of all those options. It is just very high roll and RNG dependent, especially with how the game has been going. Omo, we lose to him. He tripled into Scavenger, or he leveled and found Scavenger, but only 2 taunts, so that's good for you at least. This could have been much worse. You could have died here, but it's only a 5% lethal now. I guess it depends on whether or not this dies, right? Oh, it didn't die is the only thing surviving. That kind of sucks, but hey, you're alive on 3 HP. We need to pop off now. So that's a module. He takes it. I like it, because you can't be too greedy here. You probably module one of the mummies, right? There's another elemental. It's pretty good. And now we need to oh, it's a stasis pog. Yeah, the Leaper could come out, or the Elemental. You can't sell the Nomi. It's the only thing you got right now. You could even consider Domo, actually, because Domo buffs up a Divine Shield unit. That's a good sell as well. Let's see what this gets us. It gets us a Cyclone. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can't dig this turn, but yeah, you can't afford to. We can't get to the Domo, sadly, but it is what it is. You just need to not die. Don't think it's a freeze ever either, because it's better to just find more big, good elementals than some buffs on this unit. So up against Fish Guy playing max on full HP. Oh boy, I'm scared. I'm scared. So 100% win against the fish. Nice. We're doing something right. We're stabilizing. Okay, we just gotta keep going. Stay on tier 4, keep buying elementals, right? We're up against Akazam's Request on tier 5. He's been taking hits, no triples, so he shouldn't be too strong, but we don't want to risk leveling. We still got a pair anyway that we can maybe triple into the second Nomi. He's considering leveling, which, like I said, it is safe. You could level here, but I would definitely stay on tier 4 here, because we get so much stronger if we just roll a couple more elementals and find this triple. Okay, so he decided to roll. Okay, I like it. I like it. He has a pair on Party Elemental now. You probably want to sell these bad elementals, so most of your buffs... No, you probably keep the Mummy because it's still a pair, and double Nomi is very good, right? And this is going to stay in anyway. I want to sell these elementals mainly because all Party Elemental buffs are going to land on either the Cyclone or the Party Elementals themselves, not on these guys. And you have a good elemental to roll still anyway. You have 6 gold left. So maybe you should roll first and see what you get offered. Jug is not that good. It's okay. It's a Divine Shield unit and an elemental, but probably not worth it. He does buy the Jug. You have more rolls. Don't forget. Roping. He sells the Jug and buys a Spawn. Because he values the dig, I assume, right? Otherwise, if he rolls again and finds an elemental, he can't dig. But at this point, I think it's too late to try and go for digs. You can go for 2 digs as Eudora, but at the stage we're at 3 HP with a Nomi, I don't think we can. Spawn is not even that much better than what we sold. Spawn is basically going to give +6/+6, and it's a 2/2, so it's an 8/8. What did we sell again? What was the stats of it? Oh, Jug. Okay, never mind. Okay, so it is much better. I thought we sold an elemental. My bad. Wow, this guy has an Eliza Hogger. Okay, he has a future. This attack lines up so well for us. The Yoho into this Mummy. Beautiful. Okay, we still got a tie. We still got a tie. And mainly because we stayed down, so if you leveled, we would have actually died. Because guess what? Akazam's Arc had a triple, but it didn't show up. again, the game didn't show that Akazam had a triple. That's still an issue in Battlegrounds that they need to address. He's looking at Katoon and considering leveling, but against the Katoon, he's gonna have some big stats. I would not level. Katoon just tripled as well into a 5. We gotta roll some good stuff. And yeah, we're not getting elementals. Found a wildfire at least. It's pretty good. We also found a molten rock, which probably we sell the... Yeah, I would have sold the Stasis here and then play this. Because I think the bear is still kind of valued. Oh, he rolls past it. He rolls past it. But the molten rock was stronger than this, right? He really still wants to get that dig off. If he gets it off, sure, but we want to get it off and not die. He freezes first elemental on this, which is pretty good, obviously. So now the Katoon, let's find out. I like that he plays a bumper, but you are dead because this is simply too many stats. Yeah. So how I'm going to conclude this game, let me move over real quick. So I'll conclude this game by saying that Nomi was probably the greedy pick. Nomi's not that good in this meta, even though it was early. We were so weak, we faced a lot of strong opponents. Sometimes you can go with, but I think the tempo pick there was better, so at some point we could have leveled to tier 5. We were now stuck on tier 4. If you took Peggle, I'm sure we could have leveled to tier 5 when we faced the Akazam Zork, for example. Besides that, I think I mentioned everything I had to say. Early game was perfect, leveling was good. I liked it. It was a decent Eudora game. And about the first game, just learn the fundamentals. I think that's what's holding you back, just the basics about economy and leveling and knowing how to play heroes like Rafam. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget, you can send in your games if you check the description down below, join the Discord, and yeah, just send your games and I'll take a look. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to catch more content, more Battlegrounds guides and stuff like that. Thanks for watching, and good luck on the Battlegrounds.